there, it's Perry with PapercraftingThreads. Today, I have a mirror image fun fold card. Let's get started.
I have two pieces of basic white cardstock that measure 3 3/4 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to take one of them and run it through the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. I'll be right back. Since this is the side with the logo on it, this is embossed, which means it has more of the raised, and I'm going to put a little E here. And this side is the deboss side where more of it is pushed in. I have a piece of designer series paper, Nature's Sweetness, and this piece measures 2.5 inches by 4.5 inches. I also have a piece of basic white cardstock measuring the exact same. And I have a piece of garden green cardstock measuring 4 1/4 by 8 inches and scored in the middle at 4 inches. Let's get inky. I have Granny Apple Green ink and a blending brush. And I'm just going to go around the outer edges. And I goofed up. This should be flipped over. I want it to be the deboss side that I'm working on. And I want to really work some of that color down into those grooves. Then I'm taking garden green ink, and I want this to be in the landscape position where it's 4 inches this way and 3 3/4 inches that way. I'm just going to take my green stamp pad, and I'm going to smear it from one side to the other, or swipe it from one side to the other, and rotate it and do the other end. And set that aside and clean your workspace. Next, I have my silicone mat, a scrap of basic white, the cardinal stamp from the Nests of Christmas October 2024 paper pumpkin kit, and a tuxedo black memento ink pad. I'm going to ink my stamp and stamp the pad. And take my piece of scrap white and lay it down over the top and press to transfer it. And then the pad just wipes clean. I'm going to ink my stamp again and stamp the reverse image. Now for some coloring fun. I'm going to use the light peach pie for the beak and a little bit on the feet, and then some of the dark. For the body of the male, using light cherry cobbler, coming in with some dark cherry cobbler, adding some light pecan pie, and then going back over it with light cherry cobbler to blend it together. For the female, I'm going to darken the neck area. Because that is a mirror image, it can sometimes be a little splotchy. So I'm just going to give that a little more definition. And then I'm going in with a light soft seafoam, adding some light crumb cake, a little bit of dark crumb cake, some light daffodil delight, and then going back over it with the seafoam. And then I'm using a touch of Calypso Coral and using some of the crumb cake to blend that. And then I'll fussy cut these out. I have a scrap of garden green cardstock and a scrap of Granny Apple Green cardstock. And I'm going to die cut this fern from the Merry Tags and More add-on for the paper pumpkin kit. When you have a die that has intricate cuts, sometimes it helps to put a piece of wax paper between the die and your cardstock and just peel away the wax paper. I also have a scrap of wild wheat cardstock, and I'm using the little bauble or sploot or splat from the tune-in die set. Then I'm using the metallic enamel effects in gold, and I'm just using my finger to put it onto this You can see that one is already done. And setting that aside to dry. And one last bit of coloring. I have the die cut and I'm taking the dark granny apple green blend and just going over the top of it. Back to this piece, I have Versamark ink and gold embossing powder. And this is the 4-inch side, so these are the shorter sides. That's important to know. I'm going to take the Versamark ink and just smear it along the outside edge. And then sprinkle it with powder. Any sharp edges, these lines, I don't want that, so I'm just going to take my dry paintbrush and just go in and get that more abstract. And then heat set. And repeat on the other side. And now it's time to assemble. This plain one is going on the inside. And this one is going here. Okay, this piece is being glued onto here because this back does not match. I'm using dimensionals to pop this up, but I can't have it extend past 5.5 inches. So I only want them to be from here down. I forgot to put my ribbon on, but no worries, I did not push this down very hard. Okay, so this is going to go here. And this one is going up this way. One of these is getting tucked down in here. The female cardinal is going to have a small dimensional behind her head. And then some glue down here. And the male cardinal is having a dimensional behind his head and some glue down here. And now I can stick it on my card front. And there you have it, mirror image cardinals on an almost square fun fold.
Find written instructions over on my blog at... If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Bye!